Hey everybody, and welcome to another Hedron platform update. Varun, it's been a little while. We didn't do one of these in January. We were pretty busy. How were your holidays? How was the start of your new year?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was actually surprisingly quiet. I feel like every RPG person kind of went off the radar for a bit because we were all like doing the taxes, getting ready for the new year, planning out what 2026 is going to look like. You and I too. We were just sitting talking about 2026 the
Yep.
whole like month basically about what we're going to do next, what's going
Yep.
to happen, and some exciting news we're going to be able to share starting today. In fact.
Well, why don't you get us started with that?
Yeah, mobile app updates. So we did a lot of work. I was like kind of heads down, really deep in the weeds of mobile app work. So as some of you may know, we have a mobile app that's been in beta, and it's been differing levels of how well it's worked. But now we've done a complete like walk through, scrub through, clean through, whatever you want to call it. And we've added the character builders into it. So you can now have that tailored character builder experience that people love on the website, actually on the mobile app, which is huge. You can build campaigns, you can search campaigns, you can scroll through them and do all the things you would expect, as well as much more thorough like testing of bugs, making sure things are clean, making sure you're not having issues, making sure that the iOS status bar isn't covering things, small things like that, quality of life things that are actually quite important. But we're proud to say that now, as of today, I think it is out. You can go and try out the mobile app, get on that beta. We'll have the links in the description below, and you can see what it's like to actually play on Hedron through the mobile app entirely. And speaking of which, I think you had some great ideas, Josh, about how we can get some more feedback and actually show people what it's like.
Yeah, so since we've got all this functionality in the mobile app, we thought, hey, one of the things that is really important, right? There's live play, which is my primary experience, and by that I just mean synchronous play, right? We're all playing a game at the same time. But Hedron, a while back, acquired an app called Rollgate. And one of our commitments to Rollgate users, which is a play-by-post platform, was that we wanted to provide a really great play-by-post experience. And so now that we've got all this functionality, both on the web app and in the mobile app, we thought, what better time than to actually play by post ourselves on the app? And so we're going to work with a couple of professional GMs to run some play-by-post campaigns, test out a couple of different systems, and make sure that this functionality that we've built for the specific style of play by post, meets our needs, right? It's not just simply, hey, let's meet your needs, but let's run it ourselves. Let's make sure that this stuff is really hitting the mark and delivering an experience that we are proud of. So that's right. We're starting a couple of play-by-post campaigns. There'll be more announcements about that soon. We're working with our GMs to get figured out, what exactly they want to run, what exactly we can support. But we're very excited about seeing that come in the next couple of weeks. There'll be some more news, so stay tuned.
And right on that note, let's not forget that because you're going to be working with our GMs, they're going to have a direct connection to Dan, who is our new mobile app developer. His whole job is actually to take the feedback you give our GMs and directly incorporate it into the app that same week or the same 2 weeks, or depending on what the feedback is, immediately. This way, it's not waiting on me. This way, I mean, obviously, I'll be there in the background giving my own little bits of feedback as well, but you'll get some consistent, really fast updates alongside the website update. So we basically substantially increased how much software we'll be releasing regularly. But we've got some other exciting
We do
programs.
have some other exciting things, and I wanna give a specific mention here. This has been in the works for a while. We've been playing with this idea of, and I'm going to say the name, the Guild Program through Hedron for a little while. And it's this thing that we started last year, in early last year, really, where we are working with small creators to help them bring their games to life through a crowdfunding campaign, through VTT support through Hedron, and offering our time and expertise and even a little bit of budget to help make these really cool projects that we believe in come to life. So there's some details about that we're not going to go into right now. The important thing is the two guild projects that are farthest along are actually going to be crowdfunding this spring. And we have teaser pages live for both of the first two campaigns. The first one is Gilmoral, the Technogothic Nightmare, and we've talked about that in the past on these videos. But the second one is one that I'm really excited about, called Coven and Crucible. And what's cool about that one is they've actually already published the rulebook for Coven and Crucible and several expansions. And our campaign with them is going back to the core rulebook, the first book that they published a number of years ago, and saying, hey, we've got the benefit of hindsight. What would you do differently if you could republish this book? And so we're working with one creator in Gilmoral to make a brand new RPG book that's got some really cool vibes. It's a lot of fun. I think it's best described as The Witcher meets Horizon Zero Dawn. And then we've got Coven and Crucible, which is this really interesting take on witchcraft and witch culture in a world very much inspired by John Wick. And so there's this secret society where witches secretly do so much that nobody knows about. And so some really interesting vibes, really interesting aesthetics for a new RPG and a remastered RPG that we're bringing to crowdfunding campaigns in the next couple of months. There will be links for those in the descriptions too. Lots of links in the description this time around.
Yeah, and I think something really cool about both those projects, by the way, is you can really see the passion the creators are putting in there. Because really, if the Guild Program's mission, right, is we're bringing ideas to life and taking away the business side of things, letting people put their passion 100% in, not having to worry about some of these other details that they maybe don't want to, and it shows in the pages. So definitely check those out. They're 100% worth checking out.
Yeah. Now, speaking of crowdfunding campaigns, Varun, there was something else that you wanted to mention on this video.
Oh, yeah. There's my own crowdfunding campaign. Who would have thought? Not for Hedron, though. It's for the system that started Hedron. It's Call to Power. There's a mechanic in Call to Power. Pretty simple to explain. It's called the Deck of Fates. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling tarot prophecy, where at the start of session, as a game master storyteller, you're drawing from the Deck of Fates, and it tells you what are the themes of the story today. It tells you what are the happenings of evil, what are the happenings of good, what is the happenings of just the townsfolk on the day-to-day. And it adds a level of improv and story building that is deeper than just what you had planned in your campaign setting or your campaign book. It gives some more life into the setting. And so we've got that. We showed it off at PAX Unplugged last year, and now we've kind of finalized those cards, giving them a nice foil finish, giving them a matte finish as well. So they've got this really great texture. I'm seeing how feasible it is to even get a hotel card level of thickness on those cards, but we'll see if that works out. But either way, you're going to get some nice premium cards, and you can check out the teaser page for that also in the description, now workable in any RPG system. So you don't just have to play Call to Power to use it.
Yeah, the thing that I think is really cool about it is it gives the sense that the world is alive and responding naturally to the things that the characters, right, the heroes are doing. There's oftentimes, I think in RPGs, it's very easy as a player and as a GM to focus on, here's the story that we're telling, and the GM's job is to make sure that stuff happens in the background, but it's not necessarily a focus point. And this makes it really easy for the things that are happening in the background for the GM to draw some cards. It happens, and it's less mental load on them. It allows things to happen naturally and surprise even the GM from time to time, which I think is really fun and the best part about RPGs, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Obviously, Varun, it's a big deal for you, and I think a big deal for Hedron, because obviously the Deck of Fates is going to have some support in Hedron as part of this, as part of the crowdfunding campaign. So excited to show that off too. I don't know, man. Any final thoughts before we wrap up today's video?
So many things I want to say, but we can't yet because it's not the time yet. But we've got some amazing plans here at Hedron for 2026. So keep following us. There's a lot of cool things happening.
It's going to be a really good year. We'll see you at some conventions. We'll see you online. Come and hang out in our Discord if you aren't already there. And until then, we'll see you in our next video.